YouTube people, and thank you for tuning in to Jasmine T TV. I am Jasmine T, and today's video is about a topic that a lot of you guys leave comments on. And I see a lot of comments about thinking about coming to Korea soon, so excited about coming to Korea, basically overall excitement about coming here. And I was the exact same way, so excited, trying to gather any information in any place that I could about life here in Korea. And yeah, I was definitely excited. And all my excitement has gone from 0 to 100 in reverse. And I'm trying to figure out if I'm just tripping or if it's the city that I'm in or what. But because I don't live in downtown Daegu, I actually live on the outskirts of Daegu, and I live on campus at my school. So I wake up at work, I go to work, I go to sleep at work, I eat at work. it's a lot. And so but even when I am in downtown Daegu, I just have this feeling of I don't see myself staying here long term. And there are a lot of teachers who have taught in Korea for multiple years. I mean, we have teachers here that have taught 7 years plus. We got somebody that taught 15 years. And I look at them and I'm like, houseway. And so basically, I just wrote up a questionnaire because I was curious to see, you know, to get foreigners' opinions about Korea who have lived here 1, 2, 5, 7, 15 years. So these answers come from teachers, people who work in Korea who aren't teachers. They are from Americans, people who aren't from America, like from UK, New Zealand. They come from Caucasian people, from black people, from males, from females. So I try to get a mix to show you that this isn't just like, oh my gosh, Jasmine is just like complaining about life in Korea, bitch, shut up. I basically just want to say that there are positives and there are negatives to living in Korea. And I guess I was so focused on the positives, which is a good thing, but I guess I wasn't mentally prepared for everything that came along with it. And I'm just gonna read the questionnaires just straight up. We just gonna sip on this tea, no sugar today. This shit hot. I ain't gonna drink it. I'm scared. It's so hot. South Carolinians don't drink hot tea. I don't know what the hell I was thinking. Okay, so everybody remains anonymous, but we are going to read some of these questionnaires for sure. All right. So I asked questions. So the questions are: 1, what are some positive things about Korea? Number 2, what would be something you dislike about Korea? What is a negative? And number 3, what are some things that you've had to accept that will never change in Korea? And do you feel like you could ever fit in at all and, you know, make a life here? Because when I see people who live here for 5 years plus, I'm like, you must really enjoy that. You must really have found your place in this society, is what I assume. But we're just gonna read these answers. All right. So person number 1, a few positive things that they could say about Korea: public transportation and safety. All right. Thought they were gonna write in sentences, but it's okay. What would be something you dislike? Lack of cleanliness, as in spitting. So in Korea, they spit everywhere, even in buildings. It's kind of crazy. No soap in the bathrooms, or only bar soap. Sneezing without covering their mouths. Throwing toilet paper into a trash can instead of a toilet. And do you feel as if there's a place for you in the Korean culture? And what are some things that you've had to accept will not change about life in Korea? People staring, and no, will not ever fit in. And the amount of years this person has been in Korea is 7. That's a long time. Okay, person number 2. A few positive things about Korea. You don't need to freak out so much about what to bring because this country is pretty darn useful. It is also pretty darn cheap for most things. Okay, so what are some negatives? I really need tea for this one, bro. Ooh, goodness, Lord. Just remember, do not shoot the messenger. I took a poll, and this is here to be informative for people who would like to come to Korea. So these negatives, Lord, I made a promise I was not going to sugarcoat it, so that I'm not going to. So the negatives, sway. These are other foreigners' experience. Lord, you can tell I'm stalling. Koreans can be the most oblivious and perhaps selfish people I have ever met. They don't understand personal boundaries at all, not to mention they have a great system of recycling, but the city of Daegu is quite funky. It is. Sewage systems hits you right in the face. But on the biggest note of negative is how superficial this whole country is. They only care about the outside and not what is going on inside. The content, the materials used, or the personalities do not matter at all. Also, no matter how much they may want us, the majority also have prejudice against us. All right. Number 3. In Korean culture, I have accepted to ignore all the stares, to accept being jostled and posed and prodded by older people. I'm never going to accept their idea on what part of the body is decent to show or not. I don't believe I would personally ever fit in this culture. I will always be standing out to them. The older generations see us as invading and ruining them. The younger ones try to imitate us or are obsessed with the Hallyo. I don't know what that means. And this person has been in Korea for 2 years. And I've lived in other places and lived in Japan. And when comparing all of those experiences in other countries, South Korea, for this person, is a place to waste some time in their life, to get paid somewhat decently for their country and cheap for this person's own country, to travel and be a solo person or just run from responsibility. Because if you stay here for too long, your resume is shit for the States. And that is something people really have to understand once you decide to teach abroad. If you go longer than 3 years, maybe it would be difficult to get another job that's not ESL or in another country. So in conclusion, this country just loves to all look the same, get drunk and eat all day, but it will always be a fun time. These are not the views of Jasmine TTV. I am just I'm just spilling the tea, no sugar. Okay. Positives. Teacher number, are we on 3? I don't know. It would be nice if you learned the language, but it isn't necessary for you to get around. I knew a woman who had been here for 18 years. She owns a car and gets around quite easily, knowing very little Korean. In the way the Caribbean is close to travel to those of us living in particular parts of the East Coast, South Korea functions the same way, perfectly located, making travel to many countries easy. You're not making money like this at home, and if you are, you're spending a good portion of that on rent, bills, and other living expenses. So, this person even says some advice. All right. So, advice. Do not come here to complain. Do not come here trying to change their system of things, even though you may be more efficient. Come, play the game, and be about your way. Example, there's no personal space here. If you come here knowing this but catch an attitude whenever those boundaries are crossed, the error is yours. Come with a hobby you have already developed. It could be hard starting new ones because of language barriers, and also the safety is a plus. Negatives, no personal space. They will touch your food, sneeze with their mouths open, and will talk with their mouth open, and stuff always falls out. Unless you're in a big city, doctor's offices don't practice cleanliness as per Western standards. Places like banks and post offices do not open on weekends and close at 5 p.m. on weekdays. Do I belong in Korean culture? No. Do I want to belong? No. The culture is rich on the surface, but when you take a closer look at things, the richness doesn't run that deep. No sense of individuality in fashion and in mindset. Many cities seem cool and lively from the outside, but when you actually walk through them, it's just a bunch of bright lights and noise. Everyone appears beautiful, but that is after tons of makeup and or surgery. Everyone looks happily coupled up and gets married early, but those love motels aren't around for nothing. Many things are just for appearance sake. Okay. Once again, I am just the messenger. I am just spilling the tea, no sugar. These are not my words. But if I'm looking for information about Korea, these are the most honest opinions that I have gotten. I did not expect for people to write this much, but I told them that it was that I'm putting a YouTube video together to help people understand how foreigners really view Korea, and this is what they wanted to say. I would just like to read a couple others that were emailed in. So this is person number 4. Some positive things that I can say about Korea is that it's a fairly safe country, that you can relax a lot more. Also, Korea is a fairly inexpensive country, so you can potentially save a lot of money. This is a great thing because of the time that we have available to us. You can begin to learn about things like investing. It is in a good location to be able to travel to many different fascinating countries. So, number 2, the negatives. Something that I dislike about this country is its isolation, which makes its people very ignorant to a lot of things. Another thing is the lack of more healthier options of food, vegetarian and vegan options, which is available in Seoul but not other cities like Daegu. I don't really think that I need to change anything about my life here, maybe a pay increase, but overall I think that there are a lot of factors that make this country the way it is, and I think because of our American privilege, we deem anything not the American way as wrong. Good. And no, this teacher does not think that any foreigner should think that they will fit into this society. Should scare me. I ain't living right. Person number 5, the positives. Public transportation, cheap and good health care, good food, no tipping culture, cheap ass, fastest internet in the world. Technology trends are picked up and implemented quickly, faster than anywhere really. So the negative, social problems. They've developed so fast economically and technologically, they're behind socially. This includes treatment and views of foreigners, even the wordings they use, such as foreigner. They view each country based on a racial stereotype. American equals white, for example. They do not accept Korean Americans as American. Also, many laws are not enforced, like traffic laws, prostitution, etc. Number 3, if you aren't Korean by blood, then no, never. You will never fit in. I'll always be looked at and treated as a fresh off the boat foreigner who can't use chopsticks, can't eat spicy food, doesn't know about Korea or kimchi, etc. I'll always get the same, wow, your Korean is good, or wow, you are almost Korean, even if I live here until I'm 80. I have been in Korea for 9 years. Okay, so I hope that these brutally honest opinions and experiences of others will help someone who is interested in coming to Korea. Like, this could make or break your decision. And I've seen comments before asking what I recommend coming. Like, I would still come to Korea because I'm actually getting shit done that I probably wouldn't have got done back home. And I actually have more questionnaires that people gave me, but I didn't want to make the video too dang long. If you guys want to see those, I can definitely post those on my Facebook. Just comment below if you'd like to see what more people had to say about life in Korea. So please like and share this video with anyone that you feel like needs this kind of information, who's considering coming to Korea. And if you live in Korea or have lived here, please, if you feel like I missed anything, please drop a positive below and another negative below. So thank y'all for watching, and I will see y'all next week. Bye.